We've got such confidence in the product, we know we've got a winner.
Then came the obvious question that neither executive wanted to answer.
To what extent are you introducing this product to meet the Pepsi challenge?
Oh, gosh, no. I mean, that's Pepsi challenge. When did that happen? That's okay for number 2, always.
Are you saying that the Pepsi Cola has no more to do with this than Heinz baked beans or Hershey's Kisses?
Well, I don't know. You can handle the English better than I can, so I'm not going to get into that argument with you, but I would say that the consumer had everything to do with this.
Thank you.
The word Pepsi wouldn't go away.
Most Coke drinkers look for the crisp and refreshing taste of Coke. I mean, if we want a Pepsi, we'd buy Pepsi.
Well, there, honey, ma'am, I can tell you that what you're going to get when you try this new product is Coca Cola even better.
It's not even close to Pepsi.
It's not close to anything you've ever had.
Not at all. Not at all.
Except a Coke.
Not at all.
Is the bottom line that you simply added more sweetness to make it competitive with?
We sort of didn't feel too good about how well we did. I thought probably we didn't do it very well. There wasn't much electricity in the air.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to invite you to the lobby to try the new taste of Coca Cola.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're tampering with a product that is so close to the American identity that that no matter how many taste tests you may do, this doesn't address that gut instinct about this product being ours.
Then, with the reverence afforded a fine wine, the tasting began. Pamela Holly was one of the first.
It's sort of flat, and it is sweet, sort of like you left it in an open can in the refrigerator a while.
Either this was an incredibly clever calculation, or it was an incredibly bad miscalculation. And we weren't that sure, frankly, that day.
Coke unleashed one of the biggest marketing campaigns in history. In fact, more people knew about New Coke than knew who was the President of the United States. The new drink started to roll out. There was no escaping it. In every city and every town, Coca-Cola made sure the new soft drink's arrival was an event.
Great hoopla. Everybody knew about it. Everybody wanted to taste it. This was just the greatest thing that had ever happened. We were filling up the shelves. People were grabbing it and running out of the stores.
In the quiet community of Huntington Woods, Michigan, one person remained unimpressed. Her name was Libby Levine.
I was livid, just livid. I was so livid that I wasn't sure what I was going to do and didn't know what to do or how to find out why they're doing this or whatever. But I was just livid. I was really ticked. Not only were they taking away the taste, they were taking away a product that's been part of America. I mean, that's what we all grew up on. At that time, I was 35 years old. That's all I knew. And for them to take it away, who are they?
Distressed, Libby reached out and contacted her local newspaper to find out whether she was the only one stricken by the news.
When I mentioned I was such a Coca-holic, that I had my own Coke machine and I was hoarding everywhere I went, if I heard that 30 miles away a store had some old Coke, I'd be right there buying it. Well, they thought it was kind of cute, so they decided to come and do a story on me.
I don't know how you'd compute how much free publicity we got, but we didn't think of the press coverage being bad. We knew we'd get some bad reactions, so that the early reactions, we thought, we'll just wait till they get the new product. Let's just let a little time take place. It's all part of the process.
The company set out to convert the nation by handing out hundreds of thousands of free drinks. It was every man to the pump.
Where's my first customer here? You got it. Okay.
Who else needs a Coke?
Enjoy. Hello, young man. You ready for a Coke? Have a Coke. I love this work.
Only the more people tasted it, the more the opposition grew.
I can't tell the difference between the new taste of Coke and the old taste of Pepsi.
Why are you upset about it?
Because I'm 46 years old and I bought my first Coke with a nickel when I was 5 years old. I helped build this multinational corporation. My oldest daughter is 22. Her first word was Coke. Her second word was Mommy.
The protesters needed leadership. They were about to get it from two Seattle residents, Frank Olson and Gay Mullins. The duo were mad as hell and weren't going to take it anymore.
I remember it. The waitress come up and he ordered Coke for breakfast. I mean, not coffee, Coke. And then she asked him, well, do you want the old Coke or new Coke? And he says, oh, I want the old Coke. He says, that new Coke just tastes bad.
It's like horse piss. To me, I mean, now I don't know what horse piss tastes like, but if horse piss tasted like anything, it was the new Coke.
And he said, let's fight him. Let's get an organization and start it up. And
I just need $5,000.
Yeah, that was all.
Yeah, and I says, and I'll get this guy to be spokesman, and I just need $5,000. And he says, all right. And then I had it.
By installing a bank of telephones in an empty shop, Gay and Frank gave birth to the old cola drinkers of America.
Well, what we want is to get the old taste of Coke back.
The pair realized they would have to use every trick in the book to do battle with the best marketer in the world.
Our job was to make Gay look like the simple man that loved his Coca-Cola.
Mullins was furious when Coke changed its formula.
And I said, they can't do it. That's un-American, because we fought wars to have a choice, to have freedom.
On the other side of the country, Libby Levine was becoming a pin-up for the anti-Coke sentiment bubbling up across the nation.
The Coke Lady, Huntington Woods, Michigan. I ended up with thousands of letters. It was amazing from so many different people, prisoners in jail, people off the street, elderly kids, letters from doctors that would state that they used to prescribe the Coca-Cola for stomach ailments. And since they've tasted the new Coke, that it tasted so vile that there was no way that they could prescribe that. The prisoner's letter stated to me that when he tasted the new Coke, to him it tasted like panther piss. And my husband and I read that letter and we just cracked up laughing. And then, of course, we agreed.
In 5 weeks, 30 million gallons of new Coke had been shipped out. Every American was now getting a chance to taste the new, improved drink.
Some of our boys started coming back in and saying, you know, some of the people don't like this new taste. Well, they'll get used to it. Don't worry about it. We know the research is right. They told us so in Atlanta, and we heard about it in New York. Yeah, this is the right. And in a couple of weeks, more guys would come in and say, you know, a lot of people don't like this new taste of Coke. Well, maybe even we wavered a little bit, but you had to wave the flag, so we just kept sticking to our guns.
In Atlanta, the flag waving continued.
If you can do something better, if you can offer something better to loyal consumers of yours for 99 years, you give me a reason why we should not do that. The one thing that you have to do is do your homework right. But we have done that, absolutely.
The company knew it had to work. The research proved people preferred the new taste. Only that didn't explain the 5,000 phone calls coming into Coca-Cola headquarters each day.
Coca-Cola, this is Shelby. Hello, this is the operator. How can I help you?
I was shocked at the anger, the sheer anger in a lot of these phone calls.
Hi, Coca-Cola, this is Shelby. This is Kelly. How may I help you?
We know what New Coke is. It's Pepsi and drag.
Hi, Coca-Cola, this is Shelby.
We got some funeral wreaths.
Coca-Cola, this is Danny.
I got a letter directed to the head dodo of the Coca-Cola company,
Coca-Cola, this is Shelby. Coca-Cola, this is Christia.
a lawyer in Idaho who wanted us to, Roberto and me, to sign the bottom of the letter because he said it'll carry the signatures of two of the dumbest bastards in the history of American business.
One moment, please.
When there's a thunderstorm going on, you say, well, let's wait till the thunderstorm dies down a little. But it was a long thunderstorm.
Coca-Cola Drinkers of America, thank you for participating.
At Gay and Frank's more modest headquarters in Seattle, the telephones were also ringing.
The phone calls would ring continuously, and they would. As soon as you put the phone back on the hook, it would ring.
We had
and you would pick
15
it up
lines,
again.
and it rang 24 hours a day, all the time, and you got people registering, and for $3 you could get a pin and a membership card.
19 after the hour, a reminder that
soon Gay and Frank were hot tickets on radio talk shows across the nation.
Toronto wins tonight against Milwaukee. Now, Gay, Mullins, first of all, what did you think the first time you tasted the new Coke?
It gagged me. It was terrible. Too sweet.
At the start in the morning at 5, 6 o'clock, I'd have to come in and would start giving radio talk shows and answer the phone. And I could go up to about 3 o'clock and I'd just burn out. And so he would be Gay Mullins from 3 o'clock to 8 or 10 o'clock at night, whenever it was. And so there was two of us.
Or we'd do 2 or 3 shows at once. So I'd be Gay Mullins in New York, and he was maybe Gay Mullins in Chicago.
We are suing them for fraud. I have just purchased my first share of stock, and through a proxy fight, I want to get on the board of directors and fire these guys. If they don't change, they're committing corpicide.
Corpicide?
Correct.
Coke, why'd you let us down? You're known in every town, and things will never be the same.
The revolution moved from the airwaves to the streets.
To make you #1, we don't think it's right to make this change.
99 years of marketing was going down the drain.
So we just like to say that the good old USA.
I didn't think they cared. Businesses are businesses, and businesses are gonna do what they have to do to make the buck. And obviously somewhere, some of those corporate people decided that they needed to do something to make a buck.
Only, as bottlers like Frank Barron found out, the new drink wasn't making a buck. Even in Coca-Cola's heartland, sales were falling, and falling fast.
The salesman would bring in the sales figures for the day, and the individual would come in and talk to you and say, geez, old so-and-so, you remember him out in West Rome or whatever? He's really mad, and he's thinking about discontinuing Coca-Cola, and ye gads, put in Pepsi? Oh, what a horrible thought that is. Wearing a Coca-Cola uniform was a wonderful thing to do. You could go anywhere you wanted to in the community. People never looked at you twice. They portrayed trust, good people, honest people. One of our route supervisors in Dalton was buried in his Coca-Cola uniform. He was that proud of it. Well, now all of a sudden, here's an industry that we're not so sure about anymore. They've changed the taste, and everybody hates it. And our men on the routes are catching the devil every day. They would come in and say, you know, I just don't think I can go out tomorrow. I just don't think I can take another day. These people are just killing us. That's when my uncle and I, my father,